Okay, so hello everyone, this is Sado and we're here with Shady.
Hey guys.
And we will show you two games today. The first one just started. As you probably know very well, this is a part of the 2 vs 2 tournament organized by Thunder. So just as usually it happens in such tournaments, we have a little fight map first, and whoever wins the fight map stage will start banning the maps later.
And also they pick logs. After loser team will pick one map from last 3 not banned maps.
Yeah, exactly. Usually in previous tournaments I remember that we had like a situation when one team was banning one map and the other was banning one map as well, but here it's a bit faster, so every team will ban 2 maps at the same time. I think it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it gives a nice advantage for team who pick last.
Yeah, so wait, the team who picks last is the one who wins or who loses in this fight?
Winner of fight will ban first and third. So loser will ban second and last. At last phase of banning, they have to pick one from 3 left maps. And the winner, as you told, will pick logs to play on last map.
Okay, so if you want to choose the map, then it pays off to lose. But if you want to pick the logs, yeah.
I asked Thunder. He told that in his opinion, it's a huge advantage if you pick logs.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
you
Yeah.
have some you have to provocate enemy to be placed on sites which you like, and you can separate them on some maps or something like it. So you can do some tactics like covert rush or something like this. If you will separate enemies too far, for example. So this fight looks okay. Today we trained this map and it was draft with only range units with some militia. It was so campy.
Yeah. If I had militia only and there was a lot of ranged units, then I would... I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, it's problem to attack with militia.
Yeah.
No armor.
Exactly. You simply lose. If there's a lot of range, especially. Here we've got an opposite situation. We've got not a lot of shooters, and they're pretty bad ones. So it's still pretty campy, but eventually someone will have to attack, I guess. I see SLS is trying something on the top.
Right side C covered plan of Assange. It's awful.
I just had a random idea. Maybe Next time there's a tournament, there should be a scripted map, which would work a bit similar to games like Apex or Fortnite, where you have a circle which gets smaller and smaller, and whoever is outside the circle dies. So there would be no camping.
Very nice idea.
Yeah, we definitely need this. Thunder, are you listening? I'm pretty sure Thunder will have the script ready in like 2 hours when he hears about it.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
No chance to come. But when it's not so big matter to win fight.
It's
I do know
interesting.
this tournament is tryhard. Oh my god, so slow.
Yeah. Okay, I put volume down a bit for the remake. I think it was a bit too loud. Should be fine now, in case there were any problems. Yeah, this setup is interesting because I don't think the players realize this, but it may be a bit easier to attack this time because there's so little ranged units and they are pretty crap. But they're still camping because
they are. It's really not big meta.
Okay, some movement on the top. Well, one positive thing about this delay that we had to wait a little bit more is that we'll probably be able to jump in straight into the second game, which is supposed to start at 20 o'clock of Central European time. If I remember correctly, it's Mitras and W33 versus Golem and Gamer. So what do you think about the chances in these two games? SLS and Philo versus Alonso and Assange. Who will win this? What do you think?
I think it's this game teams is equal, so best fights and best win.
Yeah. I think so
Beautiful
too.
storm.
Yeah.
Not so good. Left team stayed very compact and.
It was funny when you said, yeah, they fight pretty well, and then they do this. But they had to open the fight somehow.
It looks really crazy. Barbarian.
The right side definitely loses the middle and wins the top, maybe. Nice catch from two sides. No. This is not bad.
Access dice.
Yeah.
Ah, you mean middle top. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's almost dead. Yeah, and this is probably critical, that Philo's soldiers were attacked from behind, because he was starting to get an advantage on the bottom. So if he would destroy a couple more soldiers from...
He'll have chances.
Yeah.
Both sides.
It's tricky, but I still say the left will win, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Looks like GG.
Yeah, but this is a perfect example why this map does not work for this stage. We really need that circle thing to make people camp less and try to attack more chaotically. Because right now you could see Philo and SLS didn't want to wait anymore, and they just attacked, and that's usually why you lose. Although this attack was bad, I admit that.
I think they just was start to wait something else.
Okay, I guess we have a little we have a little time when we can take a look at the rules of the tournament. It's pretty standard. We're playing on the old R6720 version. Standard 60 minutes, 1.5 during peacetime, 1x after peacetime speed. There's a limit of 5 towers per player. What else? There are some rules regarding which logs you can choose or you should choose. Like we mentioned already, the winner team will ban 2 maps first, and then the teams will ban maps until there's only 1 left. There's a lot of fair play rules. I'm not gonna read all of them. The key ones I see here. You shouldn't destroy barracks on peacetime to get out all troops at the same time quickly. You shouldn't use builders in fight. You can kill them if you want to kill them, but you can't send them to battlefield during battle. I guess that's it. Yeah. So let's see how the banning period goes. We've got Frozen Fjords and E they banned from Assange and Alonso. And the other team responds with Lifkin Wood and Golden Cliffs. Which leaves... wait a second, he made a mistake, I think. Frozen Fjords was already banned.
Especially nice point truth was to available rebuild.
Yeah, all of these maps are have the random storehouse script, so the storehouse is randomized, the position of the storehouse at the start of the game. So,
All
like you say,
one map.
except which one?
Wait.
I knew that, but I forgot. Maybe it. No, wait.
Lifkin Wars. Lifkin Wars. There are 8 equal locations. Logs 4 and 8 placed at middle of map and have 2 access from Island.
So there's
rest have 3 gates, and there are some rules about if one team picks log 4 or 8, second team have to pick opposite.
Yeah.
And can't get 2 middle logs for same team.
Yeah, for that map.
So they pick Silver Heaven.
Yeah. For the Lifkin Wall, it wouldn't make much sense indeed to have random storehouse since all locations are the same. And yeah, they picked Silver Haven. Kinda hoped for another map, but okay. So now teammate chooses locks. Yeah. So the rules for Silver Haven, left versus right, neighborhood locks were what? Neighborhood locks and 1v8, 2v7. Okay, that makes sense. And use fixed version. Okay.
So if they pick, for example, 6 and 5 blocks, enemies have to get 3 and 4. 3 is pretty bad. We played a few times on this map.
Oh, yeah, I remember 3 from the last tournament.
It was so bad, so far from iron.
Yeah, I remember Blackie playing on that lock in the tournament in a game that I streamed. It was actually there was a few games streamed from that location, so it was painful to watch players struggle on that lock. So I'm pretty sure they may pick 6 and 5 indeed, just to force the enemy to go there.
I saw few games. This map have huge randomization radius, but all times Torhouse on third lock places on right bottom.
Yeah.
What's wrong
25.
with that random?
Whoa, that's huge. 25 tiles.
Yeah.
Okay, I need 1 minute, be right back.
So maps with huge randomization is really good for this idea of tournament, because if it's only 3 or 6 or 7 tiles to randomize, Torhouse is still make you available to use Prebbles.
Okay, I'm back.
Most of city.
Sorry?
This map is really random because huge radius of randomization.
Yeah.
It's some maps like Frozen Fields, Eruption, Frozen Passage. It's almost no randomization for real, and you may use pre-build.
Yeah, I don't.
But at this one, it's huge random, and then makes it more interesting.
Yeah. I didn't think about it actually. So yeah, but it's also a bit dangerous depending on how the storehouses are placed. Because if it's really imbalanced, like the left team gets really bad placement and the right side has it okay, then it can be a bit bad for the balance of the game, and one side might have it much easier. But I don't really know what was the how Thunder chose the radiuses for all these maps. But I think the locations are pretty big on Silver Haven, Plankton, and E-Day, so they got huge randomization factor. And on small maps with smaller locations, this factor is a bit smaller as well.
I think if map have iron and gold and at different parts of location, it may be bigger randomization radius. For example, this map is upgraded for random storehouse version. There is new mountains of iron, gold, and stone. Eruption, frozen fields isn't edited for random storehouse version, so we see low radius of randomization.
Okay.
Also,
that makes sense.
Also, maps like Day and Plankton have all resources at different parts of location, on top and on bottom, and there is huge radius. If you spawn on any part of location, you have some iron or gold not so far.
Yeah, I gotta say that after I played E-Day, I don't really think anyone is going to pick it for the tournament games. You have a lot of mountains there. It's a pretty nasty map. When you have bad placement of storehouse, then it's kind of GG.
I don't think that on this map maybe really bad randomization of storehouse, because there is all resources on top and bottom sides of locations, and stone on middle, same as plankton, so it isn't a big problem. So
okay, seems like they chose locations on the top, so they didn't do what I expected. But I think it's
energy have nice spot.
Yeah, this is
close
pretty
to
nice.
First stone, but second gold is so far.
Yeah, but this shouldn't be that much of a problem. Like, this is probably one of the best placements he can get. Not much space for the iron buildings though, so he will have to be a bit creative. How about SLS? We've got good, good gold,
Yeah,
and
really
kind
nice.
of good. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Iron is pretty bad, but I guess everyone
But
will have
there's
some of this.
2 iron mines and it isn't so far.
Oh. Yeah.
It's okay.
He could just go to the
Anyway,
bottom.
on this map only top blocks at the original version have close iron. Others, but maybe bottom 4 and 5 have close iron too. Lock 2 and lock 3 have too far iron. It's the usual position for this location. Let's look on the right side.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't know about this one.
No, I
Gold
think
is
it's
good.
very good. Gold is so close. Iron 2 about 15, maybe 15 tiles.
It's not worse than the other
Maybe
locations.
20. It's very nice for him. Oh, and the Sanch.
Oh,
Looks
it's
similar
okay.
to SLS. Iron isn't close to.
This is a bit annoying, but it's okay, I guess.
He can place quarries here, it's no problem.
Yeah.
I don't understand what he's doing. Where is his quarry? What?
He's trying to go to the top? Why?
So, honestly, it's very bad. Maybe I don't see the stone. What's wrong with him? He have to build quarry now. He built roads. I don't understand it. Of course, there is some extra stone on storehouse. Oh, I will check editor now.
Maybe that's why. I mean,
Of course,
you have a bit more, so you
I
can do
check
this.
storehouse on editor. There is no storehouses, but for sure,
Yeah,
if they have about 50 stone
I can
already,
I
they
can
have
check.
more.
I can check it on the in the map script probably. This is City Haven, and there's the script. Let me see. 70 stone.
10 extra stone, not so much.
Yeah, but by doing this, he already has the stonemasons in a mountain, which I think this is more stone, right? Didn't look at the editor, but it looks like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
but okay, he wanted to build woodcutter as fast as possible.
Yeah. And then he does this. I don't get it. Like, why not make it first and then go for this one? Funny.
I agree.
But it shows you that even good players can have a bit of a problem when they can't make a pre-build. So this is a pretty nice idea from Thunder to have random storehouse maps on almost only in this tournament. Makes it a bit more challenging for some players.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to
Let's look
say,
on the left
yeah,
side.
yeah. I just want to say hi to everyone who's on chat. Golem, Mitrelas, whose game we're also waiting for to happen today. I also saw Thunder, Knights Japan, and Tung Trin. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Yeah, so we've got Philo, or also known as Energia, because that's the name he uses in tournaments for whatever reason. Yeah, it's not a great challenge for him, I guess, to make the forests. This is a pretty nice place. Maybe he can't really make a planting only woodcutter because there's like no space for it. I mean, he could try here, but it's not really good because he will need to make iron and gold buildings here soon. I'm guessing he's going to go to make farms like somewhere here, maybe here, so it's closer to the forest on the right side. It doesn't look like his location with this storehouse placement is going to be hard, in my opinion.
Yes, it's really close to stone. You don't need build roads like this, but Sancho,
Yeah.
in my opinion, had to do it one floor above.
Yeah.
You don't need to place
So
quarries
close.
so close to stone, and
Yeah. If I wanted to do what he did here, I'm thinking maybe it would be better to do it like this. Although it's okay, it's a bit further away. I don't know actually.
it will be a bit less traffic around the
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
But,
and a bit closer to the right side here and here. Like when you're making a base, when you're building a base, you always try to make it as small as possible, and as such completely fails by making a road like this, I think. But I don't know.
yeah, I don't know which buildings he will place. on this spot now. It's a bit useless road.
Now he's making a farm here. I don't get it. He probably has to make iron production like here.
Wait, I have to watch on editor. He have 3050 coal on this side and 600 on this.
I
So
didn't
he
notice.
has to place his iron production.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I didn't think about the coal.
Yes.
So yeah, on the
Coal
left
is
side.
main zinc for iron and gold, and so far farm is very bad.
Yeah. This base is not going to be compact like this.
Yes, and it started with this.
Yeah, a massive waste of time.
Let's watch on SLS.
Yeah.
He already built road to gold, to woodcutters.
Yeah, and he's going
and
here.
Going make 2 fast farms.
And also advancing on iron.
Yeah, he wants fast iron.
Yeah, I like what I see here. It mostly makes sense. You will want to make farms here to be on the road to this and this, so we can get the extra iron mine and the trees on the right as well. I wonder how he's going to go here, because it's a bit tricky spot.
Yeah, he really needs these trees.
He'll probably need to make some buildings here soon to make the base have some kind of center here. Because right now you can see this road is really annoying. There's no shortcuts. This is kind of bad as well, yeah.
It's just a straight road. Okay.
Yeah. For short term it's okay-ish, but he really needs to add some more buildings and make this base look like a base and not like two bases connected with one long road. This is not gonna work like that.
Also, I don't like this place of him. The rise will be
a lot of traffic, yeah.
Between iron, second gold. He can make second gold on bottom, okay.
Yeah.
Not perfect. And also, I don't understand his idea about next farms.
Here maybe?
Here. Usually you have to do it close to previous farms to use fields that.
I think
I don't know this word in English. When there is corn placed by farmer early, and if you place separate farms, it's very bad on early game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like when you have like these farms, he didn't have to make the second one. He could just make like 30 fields below these two farms, and one farm would be enough to put the seeds in the.
He built it here.
Yeah, I was wondering if you can put farms there, by the way.
And then a bit above on left side of bottom tone.
I think maybe he wants to make zombies there.
Iron. Solar iron. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sure about his wood.
Did you say early iron? Look at that. But it's very close. Whoa, Philo is cheating with this storehouse, really. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, yeah, really. I don't know how Philo can screw up such a good placement of storehouse. If he's probably going to have a really good game, and that's exactly what I said before the game. Stonehouse placement, if it's better for one team, then it can make a very big difference. So I think the situation of the right side is a bit worse at the moment. Let's see how Alonso has it. Yeah, Alonso is very far from the iron. Same for Assange. SLS is also far, but then you look at Firo and it's like his location has little downsides. Not too many downsides I can see here. He probably has to cut this down. I don't know actually, but yeah, he would probably make some buildings like here. That's what I would do.
He can leave this woodcutter with no problem if he can't place trees here.
Yeah.
He has still no space.
Yeah, that works too.
And he may put second one here, and space like this is enough for him too.
I was wondering because there's also a perfect space for a forest here, so he only has to go for the gold mine there, and then he can just put
anyway,
all. Yeah.
Of course, maybe there is a place for another.
Yeah,
no,
but it's probably small. No, there's no place. There's no place.
Only one mine, and anyway, he need to go here, and very nice to get the trees. Alonso already have 5 woodcutters.
Oh, and, he just made an iron mine.
And there is 3 timbers.
Yeah.
So he will have no problems with wood. But on this version of map he has extra wood here.
Yeah.
And looks like he won't get it too.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be enough for a little while, but he probably also will need this.
It's nice idea to get this forest, but you have to. This woodcutter seems useless at this point. You have to do him here. Must be best solution.
Maybe he just wanted one more woodcutter for planting new trees. I don't know. I think there's enough space for free.
Probably
but
he will cut these trees. And destroy. These 2 forests that he have on top will be enough to provide him. What about time? 20 minutes. Done.
A bit of a traffic jam here. I didn't notice earlier. It really begs for a road on the top of this quarry. At least. But it's also because he made the inn. He just built an inn, I think. But still, this road is pretty terrible. The road near the storehouse. Oh, but this is funny. He actually has a shortcut on the right side, and they really don't want to go there. Probably because, well, I don't know why actually.
They use it, but no roads on the way. For example, if some servant carry go to school and want to take timber or trunks from these woodcutters, he will use it.
Yeah.
This one isn't very useful.
Yeah, but I think
probably must be better here.
Maybe, but I also think the problem was that, and this is something that many players overlook. You need really good roads near your. Oh, this is actually interesting case. You really need good roads near quarries, near the stonemasons, because that's where so many of your serfs are working all the time. And look what happens here. This is a road which is in the middle of the city. It connects this pad with this pad. It's the only road there, and it's in front of all stonemasons. So this is a really bad one, and it's good that he noticed that and is making a shortcut here at least. But like I said, he's also gonna need this one, really. Because so many serfs will be using the stonemasons. Yeah, it's really bad.
They can carry trunks, timbers, coal.
Yeah, everything.
Stones.
It's too close to storehouse and stonemasons, so he really needs good shortcuts there. But let's take a look at Assange, because speaking of roads, this looks pretty impressive.
It's not compact.
Definitely. Geronimo style. A bit. Whoa. This is going to be interesting base.
Have one coal mine. Yes. One coal mine.
When I'm looking at Assange and the way he's building, it looks to me like a few years ago I was trying to make bases in editor, like pre-builds, and I wondered why they didn't work. Because they all worked in, like, they looked nice, the results looked nice, but the timings were so bad, and I think Assange is going to have exactly the same problem. When you plan for such a big base so early on, you make a lot of roads, you waste a lot of time. I don't really like this. I wish he has a nice base, but I really doubt it's going to work well. Only 28 serfs compared to 35 from Alonso, 35 Fido, and 41 SLS. Yeah, there's a lot of problems happening right now in Assange's base. It's not going to work too well.
Yeah, I think it's reason of this problem is long roads. His serfs have to move here, carry some timbers and stones here. When he
exactly
have to make it perfect place for farms is here. You can place this close to storehouse, and your builder cells will not walk.
You can clearly see that he...
Oh my...
Yeah. LOL.
What are you doing, man? Oh my god. It's not your problem, for real. Oh my god.
I mean, a second road here, it's not the worst idea. But you can see that this is not going to help at this moment.
No, it's a very bad idea. He have no many sources. He have no many goods to deliver.
And he's making more roads which are useless.
Now, really. But another point is that he have not so many timbers now. He tried to do second swine farm. He don't place third iron mine. Okay, it may be not bad solution if he have no timbers for building, and he.
But he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
Man, it's.
Oh. Okay, this game is really going so bad for Assange at the moment. It's
he still have
such a shame.
Last days he tried to help Alonso to some like, bro, let you make 6 fast woodcutters and to have timber on mid game. Okay, Alonso did this, but Assange
not really.
got some fail with timbers. I think it's too fast. Too much
too fast, yeah. He's trying to do too many things.
Second pick, and this mistake is very bad for him. He still have no iron. Okay, maybe he will make quick 2 or 3 sneezes, but if he have no third iron, iron is like corn. If you have iron, you can do iron items, but if you have corn, you can do swines or horses or milk. And bakery, it's you have huge problems with iron. Only 10 ore around this and storehouse. It's very slow. He have huge problems.
Yeah, like this base is starting to look alright very slowly, but this is way too late.
It's
He completely ignored timings.
to make it alright.
Okay, let's go see something less depressing.
Really.
Let's take a look at Firko. Interesting style. His you can see this is the opposite. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Pyro?
Yeah. It seems like the opposite of Assange's idea. Firo seems to be building as fast as possible with good timings. Maybe he doesn't care that much about where he makes the buildings, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work much better.
Yes. Also, Assange built first woodcutter to cut only, and he will
this is really bad.
A bit delay with the new trees, because it was planted later.
Oh well.
Oh, yeah, fire looks much better.
Yeah.
I like to do for farms and one swine, and a bit late second swine farm, but corn is more important than timing of second swine farm.
Yeah.
Because if you have more coal, more corn, you can produce more swines, more horses, more food. Then, so let's look here. Only 3 farms. We got this 3, it's good. And also have iron. Only 1 armor smithy. I don't understand this. He have enough coal.
Yeah.
He can place it here.
Yeah.
He can place it here, it's no big problem.
Yeah.
No, it's too tight. 3 tiles. Okay.
But looking at SLS and Assange, I think they had a similar problem, but SLS did it a bit better. Like you can see that he had a lot of space here with no buildings, and his base was looking like this. But he started making some buildings on the right as well, and he's trying to connect these parts of the base. He's got a lot of I mean, he's got pretty good roads, I think. Yeah, maybe it's going to work. It's not going to be too efficient, but probably better than what Assange did. And he had to go for some strange places, and that's why he had to build like this, like everywhere.
I think this road makes his city so cringe. If he places it to 1 tile to left, he can place farms there. Farms, iron production here, and some sawmills.
Yeah.
And it will look so nice. But now he have to build farms here without corn. It's a big mistake.
But it's
okay. Now he do 1 farm here and connect these ones. It will be okay. It will be good. Of course, this one will have 10 minutes delay to grow corn,
Whoa.
but if it will be farm number 7 or 8, it will be okay. No problem.
Look at this road. I mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not compact, yes, because of this road. You have to start it here. Watch, no.
Yeah, like you said, yeah.
It must be near this goal.
Yeah, but the way this looks like, it's not going to work very well, and he really has to make this shortcut soon, or the same thing here. Like this shortcut would help a bit.
You have 10 minutes to do this road, because of it will be no corn next 10 minutes here. But now he really needed. What about third sawmill? He have no.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
planted here. It's very slow. And now he have 10 timbers on storehouse, but if he will do massive building, it will be lack of timbers, and he can't add these farms because of this.
Yes, that's why he's waiting.
Yeah, he have.
And he
still
needs barracks.
If he will start building, he will have lack of timbers.
Yeah. He already has only 9 in storehouse. So he can probably make barracks, and that's almost it.
But I don't understand why he don't play this second armory, don't connect third iron, okay.
He doesn't have timber. I think that's why.
It must be more important than, for example, this second smithy, in my opinion, because you can add extra iron weapon smithy later and catch up your swords, but you need many armor, and the time of working of armor smithies is more important.
Yeah. It would make some sense if he made one armor smithy and one weapon smithy, and then he went for something like pikes or crossbows. But this way it's pretty weird. But maybe he's also going to make a third armor smithy later on. This also works, although you need one more building. So this, I never knew why people do something like this.
Yeah, it might work. It may work, but he have no extra ore to provide this very well.
But I've got one observation. Comparing what I see right now to previous tournaments, we've got 4 really good players here, and there's so many mistakes. It shows how good decision from Thunder it was to have so many random storehouse maps. Because all these mistakes of SLS and Assange that we mentioned come from the fact that they didn't really have a chance to make a pre-build, so they made some little mistakes, like SLS should have put the entire city like one tile to the left, well, Assange was pretty much not prepared at all to for such a storehouse position, and he had to improvise, and his base design was pretty bad. It's a nice change, because usually when I look at the tournaments, I see bases which are they look like somebody just opened the editor, started putting buildings there, and everything's so fucking nice there. Yeah. Oh well. Does he have wood?
Already
No.
have problems with him.
Yeah. So But yeah, it seems
this
like
is some fresh
yeah.
thing for real, and you have to get some basic principles of building city. Like you have to understand area where you will place your iron production, gold, and farms. Also, maybe you have to understand position of barrack and place leather production close to it.
Yeah, but still, this is not the biggest problem for Assange right now. Looking at the timber production, I'm really worried for him. There's only 17 minutes until peacetime. He should be starting making he should start making recruits right now. And what he's doing is he's trying to build third iron mine, barracks,
No
iron
fun.
smithy. Whoa. This city really doesn't work.
Only 6 woodcutters.
Yeah.
So big towns. It can't work good.
With 6. I mean, if woodcutters were fast enough, then maybe it would be okay-ish. At least he wouldn't have a problem to make new buildings. Yeah.
So many stuff, but no farmer. He have 2 farms without farmers, and he still built one more.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, really bad one for Assange.
And he will see this. But Alonso have a pretty nice city.
Yeah.
I don't see problems for him.
Yeah. I can't point out any obvious mistakes. Well, he still doesn't have any roads near the stonemasons. This is a bit of a mistake, but at least he's got some alternate ways to the left side of the city, so this is okay.
Yeah.
This area is a bit worse because they only have like one road there, but it's like it's not the biggest mistake. He can live with it.
I think the bigger mistake is that he used this area for buildings. And later he can get problems with place for woods and.
Sorry, I didn't understand this sentence at all.
There is he make less place for trees with this building.
Yeah.
So later he can get problems with this. But he have nice forest here and
yeah, but at this moment, I think on the left side here, 3 woodcutters, it's okay for this space.
It was some problems with gold. We have only 67 swords.
Why are these buildings empty?
What about sawmills? He built.
Hey, one important thing I noticed is that he only has 68 serfs. I was wondering why these gold smelters are empty.
Yes. But there is no work. They work very well.
Yeah, right now. Yeah. Okay.
So now he needs. Yeah, he built third metallurgist, and now he needs wooden weapons.
Yeah, but at the moment it looks really bad when it comes to the gold production, so I have a feeling that Alonso and Assange are going to have like half of the army they should. It looks pretty bad at the moment. There's still 13 minutes, but yeah.
Okay, what's about fire?
Just look at this base.
Pounds.
No problems, I think.
7. What about
a lot of weapons? Look at those weapons. Iron is pretty nice. Like I said, really lucky location of storehouse.
Yeah, and he used it.
If not for the fact that Assange had a really bad game, and it was his own fault, I believe, and not like I mean, his storehouse location could be better, but what he did was really, really bad, I think. But if not for that fact, then I would say that this is unfair advantage for Philo. But even if Philo had World's Idol production, I think they would still win massively over Alonso and Assange, the way it looks right now.
Yeah,
Although,
Assange have big problems. It's very bad.
but Alonso actually has some similar item to Philo, I think. Okay, maybe no, wait.
Oh, he
Not
has
that bad.
no weapons, only armors, but armors looks
Ah, but he has no swords. Okay, yeah, never mind.
a bit worse, a bit worse. So, what about SLS?
Looks okay. Which is bad news for Assange.
A bit worse iron and the problem with timbers because of late so now he have 3 already and connect was here. Okay.
Nice traffic jam in his storehouse, by the way.
He still carry gold and
Yeah.
he just has to close it.
Yeah, he just closed flour and he doesn't close gold and timber. Why?
15 timbers.
Yeah. This makes no sense.
No need.
Okay.
So, also he have only 2 iron smithy. I'm not sure if it will be some hungry, he will get problems. And I'm not sure about this area is available to walk. Bad idea to place something here.
Yeah, probably one armory workshop could fit there nicely. Ah, but you have 4 tiles here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so you can put a bigger building.
He placed a plan of farm here.
Yeah.
Yes. Care about well, is this area walkable or not? Okay, he had sword weapon workshop, but we have less than 10 minutes left. It will be not so much long walk.
Yeah, but SLS's base looks fine right now. It's his timings were pretty bad sometimes, but right now I think this base will start working. He definitely has smaller problems than Assange has.
For sure.
But yeah, for me at the moment looks like maybe there's even a chance that Fido alone can have more than the right side. This is pretty bad. Yeah, Alonso very bad recruits and Assange very bad weapons. He's gonna try make pikeman.
Rod here. His third school is so far.
Yeah.
Try to go for metallurgist, but he have only 2 schools.
And he's making a marketplace here.
Third school. He needs third school, not for metallurgist.
This is really bad planning right now.
Looks like you wanna buy gold chest, but it's very bad town. Have huge problems.
Okay. So, like I predicted, I think the time is exactly good, like very good for us to switch to the next game later, because it seems like this will be a very short game, so we should be finished by 20.
Yeah. Looks like Kasanch won't make many pikes.
Yeah, only one building, only one weapon smithy. No, two.
One here, one here. They have two, but
I don't see the
no.
second one. Statistics say he has two.
On opposite edges of his town.
Okay.
What about coal?
And 3 armor smithies. And only 3 iron mines. Yeah, I don't get it.
It looks like he makes 2+1 works for swords and 1+1 works for pikes.
Yeah.
But,
okay, because
he have to,
yeah.
he have
I know what you mean. You have
armor.
one armor smithy for armors and shields, so it supplies stuff needed for swordman or horseman, and then you have two armor smithies for the.
Two armor
Oh wait.
for swords, yes, and one for pikes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now I see
But you have to catch 30 pikes.
Yeah.
It's too much.
No time.
What about, okay, he distribute more iron to weaponsmiths, but what about coal? We have no problems with coal, that's good. What about reckless? Oh, we have enough, but still small army.
Hello to Dixupkan, legendary player from the past.
Well, I also have 20 recruits. What is this? It's not finished. He have no sword school already.
Whoa.
It's big
massive problems on the right side.
Why you, and he want to buy extra gold ore. He isn't his problem. He need chests, not ore.
He's making a 4th metallurgist. I thought this was his 3rd one. Wow, interesting.
Yes, when he needed sword school. Bad idea. Must be school, not metallurgist.
Miteras points out that this doesn't make much sense. A bit of a waste of space here. I would also argue that the entire base of Alonso is built in a bit strange way. Like, there are some places which make sense, but then you also have a lot of wasted space here. I believe you already pointed this out earlier. Yeah.
It isn't too many wasted space, and it's not his main problem.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Okay, sorry, we've got only 1 minute, so I'd like to show the barracks quickly, even if we know what to expect. So, Energia, also known as Firo, has let me see, nice army, 10 pikemen, about 23 swordmen / horsemen, 6 horses, not that great leather. 34, but nice wooden weapons. It's a typical small base. This compares to nice recruits, and Alonso has only 30 recruits, which is very bad, and something like 30-ish without horses. SLS, I have to get very fast now. About 40 leather, almost enough weapons for it. About 20 something iron and 5 horses. And finally, Assange. I actually expected much worse from him. About 24 iron weapons and about 25 leather. Sorry, 30 leather with 3 horses. This is still better than Alonso at the moment. it's pretty amazing that he turned his base out into this, because I thought he's going to have a lot of problems with recruits, with well, with pretty much everything, with the amount of army. So it's nice. So yeah, the hope of the right side right now is that the other team doesn't discover quickly enough that they have a problem. I think they have a chance to camp it out.
Yes, if left side will realize his army is slow. Now, I don't know why they wait now. Why they don't realize his troops. They just wait.
Yeah, Philo's still waiting.
Maybe his plan is stay as long as possible and
Yeah.
wait before enemy die.
Yeah, I think they are prepared for hunger wars, you know, because
yes, I'm talking about
I hope that you and other Russians will forgive me, but the opinion of players about players from your country is that there's a lot of camping usually from you. So I believe that Fido and SLS may expect that Alonso and Assange may try to camp a lot. Yeah, sorry. So that's probably why they waited a while before they took the troops out of the barracks, which they are doing right now. And it also gives a little more time to Alonso. He already has 12 more recruits. Yeah, it starts getting better. And the left side doesn't realize he has no bombs. Sorry?
They will catch up with this difference between weapons and recruits, but left side is still slow.
Yeah.
Okay, SLS realized his army. Energy still have both on barrack.
Oh.
But also he had some problems with leather. I think it's because he got late source swine farm. But okay. And he equipped some axe fighters. I don't understand why Assange don't realize his army only.
Yeah.
With 12 pikes, this 5 horses.
Yeah, exactly.
Also. Okay. Left side don't see this. That is only. And about Hungry Games, it's at real life we don't have situation when somebody camp while enemy don't die by hungry, and you just want to get some advantage to attack enemy that is weaker, better position, or find some mistake of enemy to destroy some troops for free, for example, or just bad position.
Yeah, but before that happens, before we can see any mistakes, I believe there's going to be quite some camping first. Seems like the left side doesn't.
Left side have to scout them.
Yeah.
And see that they almost have no scout, and
they're going to reveal some more land right now. I think they're advancing to the right side, and the first thing that should be a warning call for the left side team is that the right side immediately goes back. They don't even try to stand like here, for example, and maintain this front. They're going back, so they probably
Okay,
don't have a lot.
He will scout. No?
Same here on top. Was trying.
And in my opinion, it must be strange to see no swords by Assange, and not so if he have not so many pikes. It must be good information. Let's say if there is no swords, it make him weak.
They still don't
So
see it.
now they try to push top. It's a good solution, but need some time. What about scout? They have to scout this to really understand what happens.
Yeah. Oh, look. That's a lot of vision here. He's got the barracks. I think this is very useful vision, seeing where Alonso has his barracks, because the left side knows now where they should advance, and that Alonso can't go further back.
He will catch this.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. So they push from the bottom, and they catch
But
here
they
probably.
still don't understand how many troops Assange have.
Yeah.
They hear many swords by Alonso, but Assange.
Oh, but this is strange position. SLS doesn't seem to be knowing what he's doing, and I think if he tries to advance, yeah.
If you have no good advantage, I don't know how to attack this. But now, right side gets many bows.
Oh, look
and
at
it will
this.
be difficult to attack them.
Alonso doesn't know what to do. I think they tried to push. Alonso and Assange will probably try to push this out. But we were talking about how Assange doesn't have a lot of good quality troops, like he has mostly pikes, but looking at SLS, his melee army isn't that great either. It's a bit better, but I'm not sure if it's good enough to attack. Or maybe it's not even better.
Too late to attack.
Similar, yeah, similar.
Right side got enough bows to defend.
They waited too much time. And now Alonso is trying to go out of his base and push out Firo.
They can try to move to bottom and try to catch Alonso on this moving. But I don't know. Now it's no chance to get easy win.
Yeah, I think I would also try to go to the bottom, but it seems like Firo prefers to attack the top.
What about reinforcements of left side?
It all depends on what happens here. If SLS is able to respond and to push Assange well when Firo attacks on the top, because these bows will be occupied by these bows, and SLS has to defend Firo's bows from Assange. But okay, I'm not sure if Firo wants to attack. Oh wait, he's dividing his bowmen, so yeah. This is a good idea. He will try to attack bows of Alonso from two sides.
I see that right team have more troops at barracks, but still have some problems with shields, with recruits, with iron armors. I'll also have to close one iron armor smithy to catch it up. Okay.
There's a small catch, yeah. But they're only going to lose horses and that's it. There's not going to be a big fight over there because it doesn't make sense.
They both lost 2 horses each one.
Yeah. Some nice shooting from field on top. Oh, look at that. And now they're pushing, and yeah, this is probably something that may win the game.
Left team have advantage of horses. Alonso have no horses almost.
Yeah, and Alonso doesn't even try to his bowman. This is pretty bad.
They try to attack on bottom.
Yeah.
But
Assange is pushing. But I think that Finland and SLS are trying to catch the Russian team into a trap on the bottom. And want to shoot.
This is good for left team.
Sorry, no. Here. There's a catch. Not to...
Looks
I don't know.
Wasted melee.
Yeah, but...
Almost nothing.
Yeah.
Nice catch.
Much better position for Assange. But also nice catch from Phil on top, so maybe this will be better.
I'm not sure Pike skill horses.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
And he have not so many balls on top to destroy this. Looks
but
like he lost many horses.
But look, Philo is shooting and Alonso isn't, so I still think that even if horses die, it's still better. He's gonna win there.
It looks like some chance, but he have to kill both with the horses now.
Yeah.
He can do this.
Come on, SLS.
They win on middle, and also there is reinforcements to kill.
Oh yeah.
They got this. Only boss, and the Sancho will kill it now.
Yeah.
And they have so many balls to attack.
Yeah, it's GG.
Now. Absolutely. Was a really nice catch on this place.
Yeah, SLS tried to attack and it was a pretty bad catch, I think.
It was bad for Energy to fight against Spikes with his horses. He had to control at 2 places and probably didn't notice this.
Yeah.
Come on, давай.
Yeah.
Go finish.
Oh, no
okay,
need.
what about
GG.
reinforcements from left team? Nah,
there's no need. They already quit. There was a question from the chat, because we've got like 10 minutes delay. Why they have like 0 archers? They are so bad in multi.
Repeat please.
Like someone asked on Twitch why I think which of the guys on the right had problems with bowman? Assange or Alonso? Alonso, yeah.
Alonso, yeah, it was problem with serfs.
Yeah.
And late weapon workshops.
He didn't have enough recruits. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at the stats and then I'll move to the next game. I I think Vovets will be there because he wanted to commentate as well. The statistics look like yeah, it's pretty similar when you look only at the stats. Of course, the statistics lie a bit, but you could see like
next game just started fight.
Oh yeah, I expected so. But I can join after they're finished. So yeah, I think SLS was a bit better with his army than Assange at peacetime, or maybe similar. I don't know. Definitely, there was a big difference on the top because Alonso didn't have enough recruits, but the left side failed to attack quickly enough. So I thought the left side is going to win easily, but
they lost the flow.
Yeah.
No scouts.
And
I don't know what did they waited for.
Yeah.
They didn't realize his armies fast and.
Okay.
Rai said got time to fix his problems. That's all.
Yeah. And this so this game shows how important it is to be very fast. If you have good army, you should attack right away if you can.
At least you need a good scout to understand what enemy have.
Yeah. Okay.
And realize your army fast to make you able to attack if there's.
Yeah, they expected a very campy game, and that's probably why they released the army very late. But yeah, that was a mistake in this case because of the problems of the right side.
They wait a few minutes for nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks Shady for commentating this game with me. I will wait for the next game to start. I see there's they're already playing the fighting map, like you said.
Yeah.
And I need to write to Vovet so he can commentate this next one with me. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, Saddam.
Yeah, thanks. I enjoyed it.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah, same to you. Bye. Okay, so it's probably going to take a while before they stop fighting. Okay. what's the password? Hold on. And the password was here. Okay. So I'll take the time to break and I'll be back. Oh wait, I forgot to show the lobby. Yeah. So I'll be back in like 2, maybe 5 minutes. And there's they're banning maps right now, so you can yeah, be right back. Alright, so we're back after a break, and we're about to witness the second game. Oh, come on. Okay, so we just started the second game. It's Golem and Gamer versus W33 and Miteras. As this is the name that most people know W33 from, I will be calling him Fake Razor, if you don't mind. Because pretty much everybody calls him Fake Razor. To those interested, we had a very known player called Razor. He also used the name W33 in the past. The map is called Frozen Passage. I've never seen a game on this map. It reminds me a lot of my own map called Frozen Waters. Pretty similar style. Even that, like, the main idea of the name is almost the same. It's definitely less campy than my map, that's for sure. There's a few more passages, and it makes sense, not like what I did on Frozen Waters. So yeah, the map looks somewhat balanced. It's not mirrored, it seems. Yeah, like every location is a bit different from each other. And by the way, seems like Grandpa has some problems starting a stream in Russian, so Vovets filled in, and that's why he's not going to be helping me here today in English. To those that joined a bit later, we just showed with Shady a game between Firo and SLS versus Assange and Alonso. The Russian team won. It was a bit of a surprise because, well, before the game everyone would probably say that the Russians and the Polish team were pretty even, but at peacetime it looked really bad what Assange and Alonso had. Alonso had massive problems with recruits, and Assange had he had problems with wood, I think. Yeah, and basically not. Well, yeah. So it seems like he was a spec after all. All right. So going back to the previous game, after Fido and SLS failed to be quick enough to get Assange and Alonso and kill their armies before they can make all the army. They quickly caught up, and it was GG a bit later when Fido and SLS attacked. They didn't have a nice catch, and it didn't really work, that attack, so yeah. About the game we can see here today, I think these two teams are also pretty balanced, although definitely there's one player, W33 or Fake Razor if you will, who at least on paper should be better than anyone else in this lobby. A lot depends on okay. So yeah, I think a lot depends on Michelas, I believe. I've seen various games from him. He's a really good player, but can be sometimes somewhat unstable. Still, I've seen pretty good games from him last couple months. So I would probably bet that the right side has a bit more chance on paper. That being said, Golem and Gamer are pretty good spammers, and I wouldn't cross them out, definitely, too early. We can expect good bases from them. So yeah, seems like Vovets was probably explaining something about Battlefield, which we already covered. I think for 2 versus 2 situation, this is not campy. There's really not much of a way to make nice towers here. It looks like these locations are a bit based on a similar idea to location 1 from Frozen Waters, just a bit more extreme, because you have a lot of land over here, and it's like you can't really reach this quick enough to make good towers. I think you can make something like this, or maybe this. And it's pretty much the same on every location. How about here? Oh, but the strange thing is, I don't even know how I would try to make woodcutters on the right side logs. I think there's a massive disadvantage on the right. I don't think that W33 and Mitrails are going to camp, but this is still a bit imbalanced in my opinion. Like I said, you can pretty easily, somewhat easily, make 2 lines of towers like here, and it's at least manageable. You can do that somehow. Okay, so when you look at the right side logs, I don't know, you could do something like, yeah, it doesn't really work. You would have to put towers on half of the map. So yeah, it ain't gonna work. No, not really. So yeah, there's not a lot of stuff happening so far in the bases because we're still pretty early. We can see that players are, well, it's too early to judge the players too much yet. They have to spend the first couple of minutes trying to even out the differences between the locations and doing the basic buildings. So I believe we need like 5 to 10 minutes to see some difference in these bases. At the moment, everyone has pretty much the same stuff. Mitralis is going for second farm right away, which is something that the enemy doesn't try to do at the moment, at least. Yeah, neither does W33. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta agree that these woodcutters here are pretty strange. You can't really cover. Well, they don't have any space at all. This one can plant some. It will be able to plant more and more with more and more stone getting mined out of this mountain. But it's not the best. And he's making another one here. Whoa. If I were himself, I would probably... If I were him, I mean, I would probably try to make some trees on the top. I don't know. This is kind of tricky log. You can't really... you don't really have a nice enough space to plant the trees. Okay, looking at W33. Yeah, this is what I like to see, making shortcuts early on in critical places of the base. You can see that all of the stonemasons have pretty good road work, even if they are a bit in the middle of the base, which can be a problem. There's not a lot of buildings here yet. It kind of works. You can see that he has excellent planting woodcutters here at the bottom, and he's trying to cover all the trees, all the forests that he had on start. Overall, I like what I see here. You can see clearly where he's going to make more farms. And by the way, this location has reverse corners on like almost size, so you can easily put there like, I don't know, 20 farms if you need that. I mean, who needs that? I don't know, but if you want, you can. looking at these locations, I mean, I like W33's log a lot. Yeah, this one from Gamer, it's pretty nice log as well. You can see a massive road to the bottom here. Seems like Golem is going for the top to make some forests, to cut down some trees and make a and plant a few new ones as well, I guess. Yeah, I like how he uses this space as well. This is what I was hoping to see in Michelas's base, but well, he decided to make some strangely placed woodcutters, and we'll see how that works. I mean, it's definitely good for having a compact base, and it will make his planning much better in the long term, but sorry, but it all depends whether he is able to get as many trees as he needs. At the moment, I have some doubts about that. His son will still have something to do for long, I don't know. Okay, so keep in mind there's a 10-minute delay as the tournament rules say. I have to have such a delay because we don't want people checking out what the enemy has on the stream. So Jens is asking how the middle water looks. So yeah, that's how it looks like. So we've got two locations at the top and two on the bottom. It's going to be a challenge in both, like on any lock. It's going to be a challenge to make the towers here. It's also a pretty strange and interesting front. I don't really see how the fights will look like here. Although each of the entrances is big enough to let quite some troops here, or maybe not. Oh yeah, we'll see. But there's not a lot of obstacles, like small ones, and there's foot bottlenecks. I'm starting to think that this may get campy, but maybe there's something nice about this setup, because you can that's funny. Jens asked me to show the middle water, and he was lucky enough to see me react almost immediately, because I was doing that like about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so okay, never mind. But what's interesting here is that I think you can do something like attack from two sides here, and you're sandwiching your enemy. But the enemy has somewhat better position here if they come back only a little, so it will be very tricky in the fights. I can't imagine how exactly it will look like, to be honest. This is a bit of a strange setup, but yeah, we'll see. Let's take a look at Gamer. Okay, what can we say about this base? He's reaching out for the iron mines. He's got one ready, one almost ready, and one not yet ready. Some forests, pretty nice places for them, a lot of space. and he's cutting this one down as well. Sorry. Obvious place for farms on the left. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the way this base is built. You've got a city center on the right side. It's a pretty obvious one. Yeah, this is strange because he's got only 4. Somehow not enough. That's strange. Some wood problems as well. Yeah, I mean, I like the design. He had to cover some interesting places. Huh? Oh, crap. That's weird. That's really weird. Unless his goal is to make the gold production better. Maybe he had some problems. Oh yeah, but now he unblocked it. So it looks like it was just microing on his side and not forgetting about it, I guess. So yeah, okay, but we've got now 2 iron mines working. Let's try to compare it with the other players. We've got one from Golem, not that great. W33 has 2 and the third one is going to be built soon. But his first one was much later, I guess. No, wait, this 10. Oh, this is much better. So yeah, the iron mines were similar, I think, but W33 already processed this into iron bars, and now he's got 2 armor smithies almost finished, while Gamer has only 1 of them, if I see correctly. Golem is making 1. And Mitralas? Yeah, he's also producing iron, although he doesn't deliver to storehouse, so it could become a problem. But it's just slower. It's, I think, the slowest of 4 players here. Yeah. Sorry for this little break. Okay, in the meantime there was also another game played I don't get what happens here. Okay, I don't know who won that one. so but the table says that Juga won against HekeMllePbl. So Skeleton and Simke won against Trash and P&R. I'll be honest, this is a surprise for me. I thought Trash and P&R would be better. They had excellent results in the previous tournaments. So it's interesting. So right now, in the next rounds, because we've got one half of the tournament games already behind us. We've got Behave Badly against Motherland. So we've got Rited and Gross against Behave Badly was Assange and Alonso, so the winners of the game that we just showed to you. I would say that probably Rited and Gross have better chances on paper, but we will see. It was a nice comeback from Assange and Alonso today for sure. A bit lucky, but still nice. The second game that we already know who is going to play is Juga versus Wheelchair. So that would be Wheelchair is Vovec and Classic, and Juga is Skelly and Simke. Might be an interesting one actually. This one I might stream actually. I would like to see Vovec and Classic play. Because I don't really remember streaming their games like ever in the tournaments. I don't even remember them playing the tournaments a lot, at least the newer ones. So this might be an interesting occurrence. And in the other half, well, the game we're watching right now is especially interesting for me because my own team is going to play against the winner or the loser of this game. So if I win, I get to play against the winner, and the losers play against the losers, obviously. And the last pair is Winners and Gentleator, which is Bozo and Sokol versus Gentle and Gladiator. And the winner of this pair is going to play against Napping and Mexican Tea. The global elite team, as they call themselves. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the amount of farms and at the state of iron production between players. So starting with Mitralas, we've got about five iron suits, as I tend to call them. Okay, let's say 6. And his counterpart in the other team has an unknown number. Okay, 1, 2, 4. Okay, Golem has slightly less iron stuff, but it's really small difference. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Then we've got W33, and it's impossible to say how much he has because he's moving it right now from the buildings. Okay, so let's focus on farms first. We've got 6 and 7th one is getting built at the moment. While Gamer has 5 farms, the 6th one is going to be built soon-ish. And that's it for now. Yeah, let's take a look at the farms here as well. 5 for Golem. 6 for Mitrelas. Yeah, so far slightly better for the right side when it comes to the farming capabilities. Can we see this? Oh, there's a lot of almost. So yeah, W33 definitely has really good iron production. No barracks here yet, but Gamer has a similarly good one. So we'll wait until the barracks are done. But in both cases, it looks pretty nice. Yeah. I like the way Gamer is building his base. It's looking pretty efficient, pretty small for what he had to work with, of course. I wouldn't say I hate W33's build either. It's as compact as it should be on such a location, I guess. There's plenty of shortcuts. This is more of a game where you can see that the players are, at least these two players are really quite well prepared for playing with random storehouses. Don't seem to be afraid of it, or maybe it's just that these locations are a bit easier to build than the Silverhaven ones, which might be true actually. Silverhaven is a pretty big map. The locations are quite huge, and okay, you can't say quite huge, right? So yeah, the locations are huge, and the random factor is pretty big. So you can have really strange. You can have really strange. Okay, so I completely forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I was about to say that you can have really strange storehouse placement on a random storehouse version of Silverhaven. And I don't think this is an issue here. Pretty interesting place for the barracks from Golem. I like the way he made his stonemasons. It's always nice to put them like this on a location where you have enough space for that. This way, the top ones are supplying the top of the city, at least in theory, and the bottom ones the bottom. So this spreads out the serf movement pretty evenly towards quite a big amount of space. So this should be pretty good. I don't really see many advantages of building the barracks in this spot. You can see especially the amount of time the serfs have to waste to go from the smithies to barracks is they basically have to walk through the entire base. It's a bit better in case of ladder, which is pretty close to the barracks, but still. That being said, I like the placement of farms. It's the logical place to put them, I guess. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to... Oh yeah, no, this is actually fine. Alright, let's take a look at Mitrelas. His base is really vertical. But it should be pretty efficient. This is pretty efficient way of making the farms. You make them with in pairs, and you make the roads from left to right. So the few buildings that are here on at the bottom are actually going to work pretty well. Yep, that's some hardcore coal wasting by Gamer here. Yeah, bread is over the fright because there's too much coal in the bakery. Speaking of which, it would make some sense to introduce coal to the bakery, but I guess it would not be economically efficient if you had to not only waste some corn but also coal for this, and food would stop being renewable resource, which would not be nice for the citizens in the long term, I guess. Yeah, going back to Mitras's base because I'm not done talking about it. This setup of the stonemasons is also pretty fine, I guess. I definitely like the way he put most of his like the code of his city at the top here. Should be working pretty well. It also seems like these woodcutters are actually kind of working. You don't really see any problems with wood production, at least at this moment, so I would say that I was wrong to say that these woodcutters are going to be pretty bad. Okay, I think this is also a good time to take a look in the barracks. We've got about 19 armors and shields, and we can also have 8 bowmen produced from this. We don't have swords though, so let's count this as like 15, 13 more like. Which makes it pretty similar to what KaM has, so this is pretty balanced. Yeah, almost the same thing. Yeah. Then we can take a look at W33. We've got, let me sum this up real quick. 39, 49, 55, 58. Divided by 3, it's almost 20. And here we've got like 16 to 30, 42, 49, 55, somewhat similar, and 8, 13, yeah, slightly better for W33. Oh yeah, because Gamer doesn't have horses either, so yeah. At the moment it's pretty much balanced, although W33 has slightly better production, especially you can see this especially when it comes to the corn department. Gamer's 6th farm was a bit too late. But that being said, this advantage is not big enough to make me wonder if the right side is going to win right away after peace. Definitely not. It all seems pretty much the same, so I guess the fighting skills are going to be more important. I'm not really sure what that means, because the only person here I know anything. Yeah, thank you, men are still good. uh, the only player I can say anything good or bad about in this game is probably Mitrelas. I remember that he had some questionable maneuvers last tournament. I was a bit disappointed to see that. I think he was with full in one team with full, and I remember he lost the game for his team, but I don't remember too many details. Still, we'll see how Mitrelas will perform today. Seven minutes left, that's not a lot, I guess. Okay, seems like W33 has a little amount of food only in his inn. Not very sustainable base, you could say. It looks kind of fine. He might need a couple more farms and... Sorry, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Making 2 more farms and eventually 2 more on the left as well. Right, so it seems like wood production isn't good enough for what he tries to do. He's got 10 woodcutters and 4, maybe 5 soon. Yeah, 5 sawmills and 3 plus maybe 1 soon. Weapon workshops. It's a bit slow right now. I don't really understand why. I didn't take a look at his wood production. Yo, Zdobi. Didn't track his wood production that much. I like the way he's built these woodcutters here, even if some of them have a bit too little space, I guess. But yeah, that might have been the problem. If we observed this earlier, we would probably know. Yeah. So 5 minutes till peacetime. This is a good time to make the hotkeys for later. And yeah, we will have a bit better armies than the last game. I'm not sure if this is the skill level of the players or rather the map is a bit easier. I'm quite sure the latter is also true, because just look at these locations. They seem quite easy compared to Silverhaven. Of course, I mean the Silverhaven, the random storehouse version. It's still a pretty spammy map though, but when you get a really strange placement of a storehouse, it can be a bit annoying. So yeah, one last look at every base. In general, at least I'm just going to comment on the looks, I guess, first. So yeah, we've got Gamer. It looks alright. Most of the base is built in at the bottom on the right side. It's not most efficient, but like I'm mostly worried about these farms here. I would probably try to make them somewhere like there, some on the right even, and yeah. W33, yeah, pretty good base, still expanding, a little food problem at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's temporary. And like we said, a bit strange wood, but it's getting better. Then we take a look at Golem, and his base is I like the way that the entire core of the city is in one spot, so this is always pretty good. There's still some long distance over here, and the barracks placement is pretty terrible in my opinion. I like the way he placed the farms here, and woodcutters seem quite nice if there's enough of them, of course. And then we've got the last but not least Mitreras. Pretty nice farms location. That center is mainly here and also a bit on the left bottom of this base, so it's probably okay. He proved me wrong about wood production earlier. Okay, and now it is the time to take a look at barracks. Golem versus W33. We've got way better army from W33, I think. Same amount of armors, but only 20 does the same. But then 10, oh, okay, right now 5 more, but it's going to get better. And horses, yeah, and leather is way better. Yeah, so W33 obliterates Gamer's army. How does it look here? Slightly better on the right side as well. Not such a massive advantage, but you can see maybe slightly more spammy. But yeah, yeah, definitely. The right side is way better overall. Most of the advantage comes from the fact that W33 had a really nice game, and that doesn't compare that nicely to Gamer, but Mitras is also slightly better. Okay, not slightly. He's just better than Golem. Maybe not way better, but there's a significant difference, about 10 troops, I think. So yeah, the left side definitely has to camp. Shema. So this is the moment when we wait and see what happens after peacetime. Using this little time that we still have here before the peacetime ends and we see the fight, hopefully. Like I mentioned before, there's still a couple of games that were not played yet. There's 1 week to play these games, and these are winners, which is Bots and Sokol versus Gentoriator, which is Gentor and Gladiator. My own team, where I play with Zion, Slenka or the Eli, we play against Regis and Miki. And the third game is yeah, the one that we're watching right now, SoundCloud versus, oh crap, HekeMllePbl. Alright, I'm not sure if this is Cyrillic or not. I'm not even going to try. Okay, so yeah, so only 2 games left after this one still to be played. Well, you can't count on me streaming my own game, obviously, so you probably have to wait for the Ritter or the Vovets to show it. We'll definitely let you know. And the second game, I don't know what's the date for it. Our game, maybe it will be played at the weekend, but there's a possibility we'll play it earlier, so I can't say right now yet. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens after peacetime. We've got Gamer and Golem on the left side playing against W33 and Betrayal. Let's see the scouting period. Something tells me that the right side will be better at scouting. Yeah, this is pretty far. They don't even see it. Yeah, that's really cool scouting from W33, but it's probably gonna get caught soon. Yeah. I'm still trying to scout, although he's a bit late and he's going to, yeah, not sure if he's going to make it much better for the team. Still, neither of the teams can see the enemy army at the moment, so it will still take a while, I guess. One nice thing about this map is that we can watch it. I mean, it's widescreen, so somewhat. So we can watch the entire fight on max zoom out. Although I've got 30 FPS, but that's fine, I guess. I mean, technically it's not scouting. Although it's hard to say what this is. There's a rule which forbids scouting with builders, but it's not exactly easy to enforce. To be honest, he didn't even scout too much. Like only one tile, it's negligible. Like literally one tile here. Okay. Okay, this definitely... Oh wait, what? Where is he going? Looks like scouting to me. Here. This is adorable. It kind of looks like W33. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's planning to do here. This entrance is quite weird because it's quite quite thin, but not that thin. It's really hard to say if this map would be campy or not for me. It should be campy. It doesn't look like it's campy. Oh, but there's going to be a big mistake unless... Oh yeah, okay. Now he goes back. Seems like Golem is going to rush Mitrelas. But... Okay, they're not quick enough. It was a nice idea, but the decision was perhaps a bit late. I don't know. Right, so it seems like the tables have turned, and now Mitrelas is trying to catch Golem's little army here. Golem is trying to move his troops to the bottom. W33 is still moving his army. I believe when he makes a formation, they may start the attack. But you can see this is not exactly campy. There was no problem at all to move the troops towards the bottom. It's not really easy to defend these narrow passages. So they're not even that narrow, I mean. So it's probably a pretty nice idea for Battlefield, actually. I'm a bit surprised, but yeah. Okay, now let's see what's better. Brute force of gamers, crossbows and bows, or bowman spam from W33. A lot of horses from W33 as well here. The right side is kind of pushing the left team towards their own base. At some point they'll have to do something. I believe the right side should do something on the bottom. I don't know how much they see. I think Mitrelas is wondering if he should try to catch. W33 keeps trying to uncover more and more terrain here. The problem is that he can get outflanked quite easily in this area, although he still has quite a lot of troops, so this isn't the easiest thing to do for him. Well, when you get bold, you can at least destroy some towers, yeah. It's not a big deal, quite easy for him to do it right now. Now we can see that Golem is moving all of his melee to the bottom. And this is going to be a really tough one for Mitrelas if he doesn't get any reinforcements to that area. The second tower is going down as well. I don't know why W33 doesn't try that. But he has to play against two bowman armies. Ranged, at least. I really have no idea why Golem isn't even trying. He can't really push at Mitrelas, but he could easily help Gamer on the top and out-push W33 from his position. I don't get it at all. This is really terrible fighting from Golem on the bottom. Oh, and there's a fight, by the way. A little one, but still. Mitrelas, I think he's doing it in a pretty clever way. But that all depends. Oh, no, he didn't. Exactly. Like, if he managed to move these knights back, it would be fine, but now it's a little disaster. Although W33 reacts very well by engaging Golem here and forcing Gamer to attack him here, which is not going to be easy for either of them, I guess. Gamer is trying to flank here, but Mitrelas is already winning, so if W33 can make a nice catch, it should be all fine. Yeah, he divides his troops, I think. Yeah, this looks pretty good for the right side, actually. Was a bit surprised, but then the right side had a bit more troops, so maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. This looks like a GG already. W33 has all his army left, mostly. At least a lot of it. Same for Mitrelas. So right now they just have to finish off this army, and there's some reinforcements coming as well. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all for the left side. I gotta say one thing, if we happen to win against Mickey and Regis, I'm a bit scared. So it would be nice to teach my favorite traitor a lesson, so I'll try very hard to win, and then we'll worry about Mitrelas and W33. Excellent performance today. I'm a bit surprised, but I think I got convinced today that these guys are one of the most interesting teams out there. Possibly even gonna aim for winning this one, for winning the entire tournament. That's definitely an option. Okay, that was a pretty short game, I guess. You can see from the stats that there was a massive advantage in amount of troops from the right side. There was like no competition at all. You could see that Golems and W33's locations complemented each other. Like they were on a pretty similar level, I think. So you can see that W33 made a lot more troops than Golem, and the same goes for Mitrelas making a lot more troops than Gamer, which makes me think that Mitrelas played also a really nice game, I think, but he had a bit worse luck, so you know, the comparison shows that in terms of playing that lock, he must have had an excellent one. From what I saw in the game, it looked quite like that as well. I didn't notice any bigger mistakes, so yeah, nicely done. Mitrelas and W33 are the next team to advance into the second round of this tournament. Alright, so from what I know, this was the last tournament game to be played, so before we quit, I'm gonna show you where's the browser? I'm gonna show you how the current standings look like. Yeah, so we've got today we've had 2 games, 3 actually. So in a game between Trash and P&A versus Skeleton and Simke, the latter team won. They're going to play against the winner from yesterday's game, which was Vovec and Classic. They won against Mercenary and Shady. It might have been a surprise for some, but Vovec and Classic, this is a really interesting team. They barely ever played 60 peacetime tournaments in these times, but these two guys were always very good fighters, and it also seems like right now they are in a pretty good shape regarding building the bases as well. And I'm, I'm I would say that I'm actually, I don't know, this can be a close one. I also didn't expect Skeleton Simca to win their game, to be brutally honest, so this is a nice surprise, and this might be one of the nicer games to stream here. I predicted maybe a similar level here, although that depends. Like two surprises from the first, somewhat surprises from the first round. The other player on the top of the ladder is Assange and Alonso, which we saw today defeat SLS and Fido. They will play against the Pretenders and the team which probably most people believe is going to win this, Rita, the Stodes and Gross. I would put my money on Rita and Gross on paper, but we'll see what happens there. And the next two games, we've got SoundCloud, who just won this game. They'll play against either me and Ellie or Mickey and Trash. Wait, Mickey and Regis. Sorry. Yeah. And the last game is Bozo and Sokol versus Gentle and Gladiator. They're gonna play against Napek and Mexican Tea. So that's all we've got for you today. Thanks for all the players that played all these games today. Thanks for you for watching me, and I guess the next time we're going to be here might be when this game happens, but we'll see when it's played and if I have time. And maybe some of these games, yeah, I'll definitely try to show this one. I have a good feeling about it. Yeah, and don't forget about other streamers. We've got Rita Stodes, who streams a lot of games for the tournament and streams from KaM a lot in general. We also have Grandpa, who was streaming a few games in Russian, and we also have Vovec, who will probably stream something in English or Russian as well. Yeah. So I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.